Now let's look at how we can use the MACD in the strategy that we are building up. If you remember, when we were discussing this MA50 line as a possible way for us to determine the direction of the market, we can go ahead and use a MACD which will have the MA50 as well as a 10 moving average, which is this blue line here. And it will help us confirm the direction of the market as well as additional potential trades. So we're going to go over to indicators list. We're going to add the MACD. This time we're going to have the fast EMA, which is the smaller time frame, as 10. We're going to have the slow EMA as 50. And we find that the signal moving average, or the simple moving average, of 9 works just fine. So let's go ahead and click OK. And now we see we need to change the colors again. So I can right click on the MACD, go to properties, colors, and I'm going to switch this to black. There we go. Now this won't correspond exactly with the one on top because we are using exponential moving averages, but you will see most of the time it's very, very close to each other. So if you decide you don't like having this 50 moving average on the chart, you can use the MACD. When it's positive, we're looking for buy signals. When it's negative, we're looking for sell signals. Because this means when the blue line is above the 50, we're saying that the market is trending upwards generally, and when it's below, we're looking for sells. I personally like to keep the 50 moving average on, so I'm going to leave it on here, but it is up to you to how you want to use it. But now have a look. We had the 5 and the 10, which is a potential crossover. So for example, if we're saying we could go ahead and buy at this point, we can then look at the MACD below and see, is this actually a good time to buy? Because it's negative, it's saying no, it's not. But it is starting to trend up, which is saying yes, it is. So we have these two things are conflicting. So we might decide not to place this trade, and unfortunately we would have missed out on a pretty decent trade. Here we have another crossover, and our entry point would have been approximately here. Then we go down and look at the MACD at the same point, and we see, well, it is positive and it's even going more positive. So this would be confirmation to enter the trade. And we can see that this trade would have worked out very well, peaking out at 162 pips. Realistically, we would have closed off, say, at about this point. So we would have got at least 100 to 120 pips off a trade like that. There are other ways that you can use the MACD, which we will discuss coming up, but for now just keep in mind that the MACD is just a different way to represent a crossover. So we could use this to either confirm direction of the markets or potentially additional triggers for more trade opportunities.